I thought it was time to circle back to Make Wellness and see what's going on there. It's frustrating to have seen this thing grow like from the beginning and have made reports here in Canada and also to the US. You know, you think this weed is starting to shoot up. You could have just pulled it out from the beginning and gotten rid of it, but no, just who cares? It's a completely legitimate business model. Selling a product, bioactive precision peptides, which hides the true product, which is the business opportunity. Because everybody that signs up with Make Wellness falls in love with the products. And Make Wellness will go out of their way to discourage actual retail customers, because people, when they buy it, they just naturally think, I want to sell this stuff too. And in fact, I want to sell this stuff so then other people can also sell it. And then I can actually make as much or as little as I want. I get to pick my pay. And then you see the same rhetoric. It's just so brutal. It doesn't matter who you are. You're susceptible to undue influence. You can have a degree, you can have post-secondary education, and it doesn't make you immune to undue influence. It doesn't make you immune to being scammed. And it's unfortunate. And it's going on with Make Wellness. There's doctors that have, and nurses that have been recruited into this thing. So can you imagine you're a doctor and you get recruited into this thing, and then you do a presentation. And so your voice, all your career now is being linked to an MLM scheme. You're going to be selling this product. You're going to be recommending it, the business opportunity to your staff that are answering the phone, and then your patients too. So not only are your patients coming to you because they trust you, they're vulnerable. The definition of vulnerability, you're going to recommend these peptides. And then also, hey, you know what? If you really like it, you could also sign up for the business opportunity. Be sure to tune into my call at 7 p.m. Eastern time and invite all your friends and family, because you can recruit them too in this endless chain recruitment scheme. Oh my God. This is a video that is in one of Make Wellness team's groups called Team Impact. I infiltrated this thing a while ago and I'm still in it. They have this app called Boards and they put in all their information. So I've been tracking this from the beginning when they had very little information in there. And now it's just ballooned. It's out of control. They've got more and more videos, all these ridiculous testimonials from participants that are just trying to make a better life for themselves and their family. And they really do believe these products are just incredible. Just like you hear in every MLM, you know, it's always the, before I tried everything else, before nothing worked, I was a skeptic too. And then I found this, I'm going to be a lifer. I'll never go off this. And the community is the best community ever. It's the most positive community. Everybody's so supportive and helpful. Ugh. It's the same stuff. So this video is an unlisted video here on YouTube, and I've linked it below for you to go check it out. You could download it if you want. You could report it to, you know, whatever entity, organization, wherever you are around the world that is trying to recruit people into it. And you could also just watch it if you don't want my commentary along with it. This is a special video that's crafted to try to recruit medical professionals. Make Wellness has a video for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. If you're an athlete, if you're a fitness professional, MLM scams will contort themselves and shapeshift to become anything that will match you. Are you an extrovert? Perfect. You're going to love our community. We have so many events online and also in person. You're going to love our new social media challenge of 90 days of showing up every day and doing a live video and creating another group to add people that are interested in your call to action too. You're going to love it. Are you an introvert? That's great too. This is perfect for you. I know exactly how you feel. I am an introvert too. I felt the same way as you. Hesitant, skeptical. This isn't for me. I'm watching all these people making these videos. I am never going to do this. But what I found was with Make Wellness, you can truly be your authentic self. You don't have to be like everyone else. We know how it goes. If you're a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, an accountant, a firefighter, anything, it's the perfect business for you. This is how cults operate. They want you. And this is how Make Wellness operates. Here's the video.
All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for spending some time with us tonight. I'm excited to introduce you to Make Wellness and what this
is a pre-recorded video, and they will send this off to people who are a medical professional that they're trying to recruit. Watch this video. You know, I'm just curious, would you be open to watching a video? If not, no big deal. So this is the thing. But I believe at some point this was recorded live.
This opportunity looks like, particularly for our medical professionals. And so we've got a few slides tonight. We've got some great speakers lined up, and I'm excited to share this with you. Forgive me for my scratchy throat. I have spent the last 2 days with John Maxwell, and I was at an incredible event, learning and growing around some really unique people. So I'm
John Maxwell.
I've got some hot tea here, and I'm working to get my throat back, but I know we'll make it through tonight. So with that being said, let me tell you just a little bit about myself, who you're listening to tonight. My name's Jordan Kemper. I'm originally from Chicago.
Here we go. Now this is this is a template. This is like the stamp of a multi-level marketing scheme. Imagine you're a doctor, you're very busy. And you're like, oh, I got to see this incredible opportunity about these bioactive precision peptides. And you have some gentleman that says, well, but first I want to tell you about my family. Here's a picture of me and my family. And we're so happy. I was this before I found Make Wellness. Now I found this. Then I found the network marketing industry. It's the spiel. It's a snake oil salesman's spiel. And it's a script. They all do the same thing. They'll probably have pictures of like vacations and things next, and of a vehicle, and the, you know, wherever it is in the world where it's those turquoise waters, and then the little bridge that goes out with the little huts, the thatched roof huts, where everybody like fantasizes this would be the best place to go on vacation, the ultimate in luxury. This is how they start. So if you think, is something legitimate, somebody needs to just get to the point. Like, do you have your, just what are you selling? Well, before I tell you what I'm selling, let me tell you all about me and my journey. That should be the first red flag. One of the first red flags if you're going to get to the point of watching one of these videos.
I now live in Tampa, Florida with my beautiful wife, Kristen, our daughter, Kinley, and we've got a baby boy on the way. He's coming in July. So we're super stoked about that. I have a degree in applied health sciences and kinesiology, and I was on the path to medical school when I.
What a waste. And now you've ended up in an MLM scheme and recruiting others into it. Shame on you. I hope you get out.
I met a doctor. He happened to be a cardiothoracic anesthesiologist, and he introduced me to the channel of direct sales. He introduced me to.
That sounds pretty impressive, doesn't it? All those syllables. This sounds like somebody who is extremely intelligent, very qualified. It's like he introduced you to direct sales. He's talking about multi-level marketing. Direct sales, it sounds better than multi-level marketing because people associate multi-level marketing with pyramid schemes right away. So you'll see people in MLMs constantly try to hide that by calling it something else, which is direct sales. It's not. He's not doing direct sales right now. He's trying to recruit you and trying to teach you to recruit others into it. It's not selling a product at all. It's selling an opportunity to recruit others into it. So you have somebody who is a kinesiologist who's, you know, all this extra education and winds up recruiting in others into an MLM scheme. And the only reason this thing started, keep in mind, you need to do your own research if you want to join up with something like this, especially if you're a medical professional. Oh my God. Is because Modere, another MLM scheme, kicked out Justin Prince or whatever happened there. They were, one sued one and one sued the other. And he's notorious for teaching people how to like leave one MLM to like go to another. He even wrote a little booklet about it. Had this big picture of himself on one of the first pages. I did a video on this. Scroll back when he was with Modere. He would teach people. He's trying to like poach people from other multi-level marketing companies, saying, well, you know what you do, I'm going to woo you over to Modere to come into my downline. Hey, girl. Got a special deal just for you. I'm going to offer you whatever it is, a bridge contract. Say I'm going to give you a bonus of 200 grand. And then if you hit whatever rank in Modere, keep in mind, Modere doesn't exist anymore. They just shut down, you know, collapsed. but you're going to come over, and if you reach, you know, this certain rank within a year, you're going to get to keep this 200 grand. I'll give you 200 grand and all these other bonuses kind of thing. And here's a guide that I prepared. He actually walks through. So what the plan is that you're already in these secret conversations with him, and you don't tell your team, you're not telling your company, and you start to like very calculatedly make these posts on your social media feed saying, I've been thinking of maybe trying something new, being cryptic and vague. And then as it gets closer to the time you're going to pull the plug, you send in your resignation email to your MLM company at Friday at like 4:59 p.m. Eastern time. So then, well, officially I resigned. Now I'm free to freaking go and rock and roll with this next MLM. Like, it's so shady. And it's just standard practice. So this is what Make Wellness is based on. And all these people have come from other MLMs. Make Wellness is a new entity. It's not coming from, you know, evolved organically of people who really want to make the world a better place. All of these people have come from other MLM schemes, some of which have just collapsed. They no longer exist. And you need to know that, because there's going to be patients in your practice that are going to be educating you on this and asking you, this is unethical. How on earth do you think that this is okay to be a part of this? Why am I telling you this? How come you don't know this? Then it's going to really have people question your knowledge about anything. If you can't even sleuth out a very simple MLM scheme, what confidence do your patients have in your diagnoses? This is alarming. And the stakes are higher when you're a medical professional. You're literally playing with people's lives. Never mind the psychological manipulation component, the undue influence you are going to be exerting on them by recommending them these MLM scheme products, and a ridiculous business opportunity where over 99% of people must lose. They will lose. And they'll think that that loss means they're a bad person, that there's something wrong with them, that they're sabotaging themselves. And however, you know, level of connection that you have with your patient, my God, are you going to be, you know, agreeing with them that they're a bad person? That, yeah, I can actually see, you know how you told me before you had a traumatic experience with your family? This is probably why you're not growing in your Make Wellness business. Where do you draw the line here? Is it really that bad that you need to sign up for an MLM scheme? Come on. I mean, you've got to give your head a shake. Okay, back to this video.
Nutraceuticals and the whole world of holistic medicine. And I would say that one 30-minute coffee date at Starbucks changed the trajectory of my life. And I'm so grateful for that. So I've had the opportunity to really be in this channel with some incredible products and 18 years of experience. And so tonight, what I want to
18 years of experience in what multi-level marketing companies? This channel, this company, Make Wellness, came out of like nowhere, just like they all do. They just respawn. So were you always with Modere? And this is another thing. If somebody's giving you some kind of business presentation, you need to ask them, well, why are you hiding this information from me? If I'm going to be a part of something that's a legitimate opportunity, it says Make Wellness opportunity, I want the facts. I don't want a fairy tale. I'm not impressed by another guy with a white t-shirt and his rolled up sleeves so you can see his biceps. To me, that's not impressive. I want the data. What companies were you with? Oh, so somebody, cardio, physical, thoracic surgeon met with you and you had a 30-minute Starbucks date. Wow, how impressive. Unnecessary details that's not rooted in fact. This is just a story. Once upon a time, boys and girls, I met a cardiothoracic surgeon, and he took me aside and he introduced me to the direct selling channel. Before I tell you about this business opportunity, I've got to tell you about myself and my lovely family. my wife and my kids, and the time I had a 30-minute meeting with a cardiothoracic surgeon. Now we're going to talk about this incredible founder. People are getting sucked into this. I know this is absurd, but this video, along with other anti-MLM content, will help prevent people getting sucked into this thing. Look at this. This is so stupid.
To introduce you to is Make Wellness. For us to understand Make Wellness, we have to start with the founder, Justin Prince. Justin Prince is a very dear friend of mine. I can't say enough good things about this man. He's a family man first, an incredibly successful entrepreneur. Within the direct sales channel, he and his organizations have been responsible for more than $2.5 billion in sales.
Took him a little while to block me on social media, but he got around to it.
This man is incredibly talented, and he surrounds himself with some of the greatest people. And Justin is the founder of Make Wellness. If you look at our executive team,
Truman Hunt was with Nutris. What the hell is it called? Nutriskin? Is it Nutriskin? I keep forgetting the name of it. But this is something that you should know if you are a medical professional. Yeah, I think it's Nutriskin, Truman Hunt. Let's just see here. Truman Hunt. Let me go behind MLM just to see, because there was that article. New Skin. It's New Skin. Excuse me. New Skin, Truman Hunt. Yes, there we go. New Skins. So October the 17th, 2016. New Skins, $47 million pyramid scheme settlement approved. A proposed $47 million settlement in a pyramid scheme lawsuit filed by disgruntled New Skin shareholders has been approved. Rather than fight the pyramid scheme allegations in court, New Skin will pay the shareholders $47 million. Judge Parrish also awarded shareholders $13.6 million in legal fees. Despite choosing to settle the lawsuit instead of clearing its name, New Skin and its management hilariously, quote, continue to deny the allegations, end quote. $47 million, of course, says otherwise. On the back of New Skin's pyramid scheme operations, sales in China topped $1 billion by the end of 2013. This prompted New Skin's CEO, Truman Hunt, and CFO, Rich Wood, to promptly offload $40 million in shares at an inflated price. Totally nothing sus, and despite being fined by the SEC and Chinese government over Chinese pyramid scheme shenanigans, New Skin is obviously not a pyramid scheme. Whether you're a medical professional that thinks, I love these products, I don't care what you say, your patients and your community, your colleagues are going to be coming across this information, because your lack of research and due diligence isn't going to be mirrored in your colleagues. They will do the research, and it's very easy to do. Allegations of a pyramid scheme when one of these people that are involved in this thing was the CEO of New Skin, who settled this thing for being a pyramid scheme. Why you really think these allegations of Make Wellness being a pyramid scheme are unfounded with a track record like that? Come on. Okay, so we'll just go on here. And even how this individual is saying, I've got to introduce you to the founder. He's just such a great guy. I just can't say enough good things about him. He's just so amazing. All right, are you going to go do a business presentation with people like investors and expect that they don't know who you are and they don't know who this guy is, and they're just supposed to take you at your word? He's a really good guy and I really, really like him, and I just can't say enough good things about him. Now, I want to know the details. I want to know the history. And people that are serious about putting a lot of money into, they're probably going to hire some kind of investigator to go back and sleuth in somebody's background, or just go do their own research on the internet. This stuff is easy to find. It's just so dangerous to see that they're recruiting medical professionals into this thing. And I have to say this too, Make Wellness is not unique in this. They're not alone. All MLMs do this. They're recruiting medical professionals into this. Not just Make Wellness, tons of other MLM schemes too. But this one is just really easy because, this figure of Truman Hunt is so easy, like associated with these allegations of a pyramid scheme. And now he's like resurfaced years later in this thing. And it's so obvious. These guys, they just move around and they just like milk the teat of MLM wherever they go. They're like, yeah, oh God, we got other people in here. A lot of these people are predominantly women doing a lot of the unpaid labor too, a lot of the marketing, and they feel like a part of something so special. They just followed Justin Prince from Modere into this thing. So this is the environment that you're going into. And so a love of a product, say this is a peptide. It doesn't matter how good a peptide is. You are now linked to all of this mess that everybody else knows but you, because you are doing like the monkeys, like, I don't hear it. I don't hear it. I don't see it. I don't hear it. I'm not going to talk about it. I just really like these peptides and nobody can tell me otherwise. I have my peptides here. It's like, you look like a fool and nobody wants you to look like a fool. So many people are out here being like, look, this happened to us. This happened to a neighbor of mine, and they're so ashamed they don't want to speak out. That's why we're out here. We're trying to like reduce that stigma of shame and warn others. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, and then you can leave. People are still finding out about Make Wellness right now, thinking that, oh, have you heard about this company? Has anybody heard about this company? Like, there's myself and other anti-MLM content creators. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? We've been speaking about this shit for months. Podcasts, news articles, pieces of content all over the place. And people still are like, oh, it seems like it's legitimate. I'm like, how do you bridge the gap to just encourage people to click off of whatever they see in front of their face and actually try to find the original source or try to find any criticism? Maybe it's a lost cause, but that's what I'm kind of fighting for, is to encourage people to actually think critically. Like I was on one of Roberta Blevins, her podcast, Life After MLM. Sometimes I go on there and we do like a mini episode. And I know one of her, some of her audience were like, oh, Julie, she gets so mad she's going to have an aneurysm or whatever. Like, I'm trying to do the best here, but it's so frustrating to see this stuff persist and to see so many good people get sucked into this. Okay, I got to keep going here. All right.
It's quite incredible. We've got Truman Hunt as a co-founder of the company, former CEO of Nu Skin for 21 years, helped take that.
Are you going to bring out about the pyramid scheme or not? No, we're not going to talk about that.
That company from 700 million a year in sales to 3.3 billion in sales, and currently serves as the chairman of the.
But that's not the whole story. So you see, these people that are involved in MLM, it doesn't even matter what they do. They just start again, and they can just take excerpts of their story and people will just blindly follow. And you pointing it out to be like, have you just even read this? They're like, no, you're a hater. I like these peptides. How could it possibly be a scam? Because I really like the peptides and the peptides have made me lose weight. It's like, okay, fuck it. All right, you'll see. See you in 5 years when you fucking destroyed your reputation. Your community doesn't trust you anymore. They think you're a fool and you're so ashamed you don't even want to be on social media anymore. Don't say I didn't tell you. It's just so frustrating to see people get sucked into this stuff, I know these things are very powerful. I know these things are cults. I was in one. Part of this is me wanting to go back in time and like think of like what could have gotten through to me. How could I have intercepted myself and being like, Julie?
CEO Council of World Federation of Direct Sales. So just a tremendous history there. Our CEO is Justin Serra, so talented. Our Chief Marketing Officer is Bob Finnegan. Again, just an incredible group of.
Just a circle jerk of men at the top of this thing. They're just incredible. They're so incredible. They're so incredible, and they're really incredible.
Men.
And there's some more men here.
We have our chief.
And you know what? It's not just I'm like, oh, I hate men. I love men. I'm a man lover. But always at the top of these scams, it's always all these men, you know, and most of the people involved in these that are the prey are the women, and that's just a fact.
Operating Officer Tyler Whitehead, former CEO of Arbonne, president of Nu Skin, an executive to a $3
Arbonne and Nu Skin, big surprise.
billion company. So again, opened up markets in 50 different countries.
And so why does he end up with Make Wellness? These are other questions that you have to ask yourself. Oh, because he too is also getting in at the beginning of something. They all move around from one to another. Stuart McMillan from Monet was also in Arbonne, was like the president of Arbonne Canada.
Our chief scientific officer is Mark Bartlett. He has a PhD in immunology. You can see there he did his postdoctoral research at the National.
Not in business, that's for sure. You have a PhD in immunology, and he's in a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. You literally cannot make this shit up. Look at this.
National Cancer Institute, worked at the National Institutes of Health, and has had 27 years of experience in the wellness space. And then our head of research is Alan Jones. Again,
for people who have watched anti-MLM content, there's some history here with Alan Jones. He was trying to pass himself off also as a PhD, but he's not. He's like a PhD candidate. So he'd written some ridiculous paper and he had PhD and then C in brackets. And what it appeared to everybody with two fucking eyeballs or one eyeball and at least two brain cells was that it's like he's trying to pass himself off as this PhD. I've got this authority, look at me, but I have to kind of be a little bit open and I'll do this little C. I'd never seen anything like this. Who the fuck has? Except unless you're like in that kind of academia where you're like, oh yes, you know, you often, you know, sometimes see this bracket in the C. Nobody fucking sees this ever. You know, if you're looking at somebody like this Dr. Mark Bartlett, it's got PhD. You don't see somebody, you know, on purpose having PhD with a little C with brackets around it. It was meant to deceive people and everybody knows it. I made content on this. Other people had too. And then mysteriously that he doesn't talk about that anymore. You know, there's that song. Is it Stolen Dance by whatever? It's like, we don't talk about it. They don't talk about it.
Just an incredible cast of members that I wanted you to be able to see here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Let me give you just a couple of launch stats that I think are really important to understand.
So you see now, by this point, he hasn't gotten to the point. He hasn't talked about what the products are. He's telling you a story. This is me and my beautiful wife. And, you know, years ago, a cardiothoracic surgeon took me aside and introduced me to the direct selling channel. And we had this meeting for 30 minutes in Starbucks. You know, all of these elements are to manipulate you. And once you see it, it's very easy to identify. And then he starts to go on about Justin Prince is this founder. I don't even know what to say. He's just the best person ever. He's the greatest guy. Everybody loves him. He's so amazing. That's all I have to say. Now we're going to move on to this other parade of other men. Tyler Whitehead from Arbonne and whatever else. Nu Skin, also with Nu Skin. Then you got Truman Hunt. Did really well with Nu Skin. And wonder why. If you're so successful as a CEO of Nu Skin, taking it to billions of dollars, why on earth would you leave that and then just end up at Make Wellness? And then you have Bartlett with his actual PhD. He's got his immunology. And even with all that education, it's just nonsense on top of more nonsense. The rabbit hole never ends. You're like tumbling down like Alice in Wonderland with each one. And I just don't have the patience for it because we just got to look at Make Wellness and this particular presentation, which is for medical professionals. So Bartlett is going on about immunology, cancer. It says the cancer word. No idea what multi-level marketing is. No idea about the endless chain recruitment scam, which they're all in. And then you've got this other guy, Alan, that little gopher. Alan was the PhD, and now he's still here. Okay, we have this incredible cast of characters and people watching this. Can you imagine your doctor tuning into this? They're going to have their cup of freaking matcha tea. They're going to be sitting there thoughtfully drinking it. There's going to be doctors that are watching that be like, Jesus, Julie, you don't have to be so harsh. It's okay. I'm just being playful here. It's the Gen X edge that comes out every once in a while. I am what I am. So you have in your matcha tea and you've got your leather bound notebook with your really expensive pen. It's one of those pens maybe that you bought on a plane, you're in first class. You make the big bucks. Go into some kind of doctorly convention and you open up the magazine. It's different in first class. There's no creases or fingerprints of, spaghetti sauce or, other stuff that people have riffled through. And you look through and it's all the titles of the products was like the most amazing pen, the best airplane pillow. It's those things. And they're always just ridiculously priced. And you bought one of those pens. It was like $2,000. And you click that pen and you've got your leather bound notebook and you're taking notes, taking a sip of tea. You're writing, Justin Prince is a really great guy. This person has nothing but good to say about him. And you adjust your glasses. And you say, oh, this guy who has his kinesiology degree, he was going to be a doctor. He met a cardiothoracic surgeon that took him out for coffee at Starbucks for 30 minutes, changed his life. All right. Okay. All right. This is good. You got to bring humor to this, Humor is one of the tools that actually gets through to people, in my opinion.
And you're going to hear about some very unique products tonight. But before we get into the products, I just want you to understand what has happened since October 28th when we began shipping products. We have shipped out over 200,000 orders. We've paid out
primarily to distributors. You couldn't be a customer. You had to sign up as a distributor. So everybody knows that in multi-level marketing schemes, there isn't actually a retail market. It doesn't matter how good the product is. It can't survive without an artificially created market of people who think that they've signed up for their own business. So when he says our launch stats, we sold over 200,000. So that's misleading and it's incorrect. You sold it to your distributors. That was part of their buy-in. Oh, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You're going to get this very special box. Remember the whole Make Wellness magnetic enclosure box? Is that jogging your memory? How far we've come. That's how it started. This special box that you're going to open up. And that even had its roots in Modair. I mean, the lore of this thing. So bragging, launch stats, $200,000 orders shipped gives the impression, a false impression, that there was all this demand, that there's a market, a healthy market of people that want these products. And we have proof because we had $200,000 order ship. Well, are they neglecting to mention that Modair collapsed, a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme? One of the people who was at the top, Justin Prince, starts his own. People just follow their uplines who is under him. Maybe there was bridge contracts and they all sign up and they're like, yes, I love Modair. I love this. And I'm going to trust in this. This is going to be the solution for my family. They're not buying these products because of the product, the efficacy. Nobody had even tried these products. They didn't even know if they were going to work, if they'd be allergic to them, if they'd even like them. The 200,000 things that were shipped, a healthy portion of that is just people blindly following into the hype and buying the launch kit with the stupid magnetic enclosure box, which they were describing was designed by people who design things for Tiffany's and Porsche. You can't even make this shit up. And that is what's hidden in that first bullet point. 200,000 things sold. Oh, is that right? You need to look into this, This is going to be a wake-up call for someone.
About 20 million in commissions to our affiliates. We have more than 100,000 customers.
Do they delineate between a customer and a distributor? Or do they just categorize them all as customers? Well, our consultants are also customers. They all are. There is no retail market here. Just like in every MLM scheme.
Of those 100,000 customers, we have an over 50% subscription rate. That means that people that try our product.
You've only been around for a year. If this was like, did he say October the 28th or something like that? So it's just over a year. You have an over 50% subscription rate. Hey, I remember when I got into Mon8 here in Canada, and I wasn't one of the first people in. I was one of the first people in my community in. And it was still common to say, oh, we have a less than 1% return rate. That was before the lawsuits happened. That was before more and more people realized that MLMs are pyramid schemes, that more people were speaking out on social media. That was before LuLaRoe. That was before Roberta Blevins' podcast came out. That was before all this, the growing consumer awareness. Over 50% subscription rate. That's just a snapshot in time. And isn't it funny how they have to say, look at how many products we've sold. Isn't this incredible? I'm going to talk about all these men. All of them are just incredible. They're so amazing. I have nothing but good things to say about them. They're all these manly men. They're manly man. They're manly man, and they're one is $3 billion from Nu Skin, and this guy Nu Skin and Arbonne, and oh, it's so good. And now I'm going to bamboozle you with even more ridiculousness. We've got $200,000 of products sold at 50%. It's like, what the fuck are you selling? You're a medical, you're a busy cardiothoracic surgeon. Your elegant pen. You got the Whiskey Jack candle burning in the background with a wood wick crackling ever so slightly, adding to the ambiance. A little bit of Mozart playing in the background on your Bose stereo. Do you say it Bose or Bode or Bo Boys or whatever? I've never known how to say that thing. You've got a leather chair, and you've got a tuxedo cat too. That's something that we have in common, but your tuxedo cat doesn't scratch the leather couch. It's a really nice leather couch. It's that old, like, kind of dark brown leather. It's, with the mottledness in it, and they look like those thumbtack, those metal buttons. It's comfortable. You don't get a sore back like I do in this chair. This chair that might have been from IKEA that already has a split up the middle because this thing is designed to fail. No, your tuxedo cat doesn't scratch your leather couch. My tuxedo cat scratches the edge of this L-shaped couch. I put duct tape on it to try to prevent her, and then she just would get duct tape in her nails. That was my solution. Back to this presentation.
Products want to stay on our products, and we are on pace to do over 100 million in sales in our first year. So if you're
on pace, you know who else is saying this? Is that Tony Van Schoik from Firmaglow, who was in Mon8 as well. $100 million. So can you imagine? You think, okay, I'm on pace to make $100 million this year. Everybody could be on pace to be making $100 million this year. What did you make? It's just so deceptive. Every single point in this just reeks of deception and desperation. It's meant to confuse you. It's just meant to deceive you. They can't be honest. They just resort to these cheap tactics and cheap presentations, which don't even look anywhere near as good as high altitude potato. And people sign up for this, and they like, yeah, I'm going to recommend this to my patients too.
You're questioning whether or not these products are in demand. I certainly believe that these stats speak for themselves. People want and need the products that we have here that you'll hear about here tonight.
But first, before we even talk about it, we've got some more manipulation. So now we're going to introduce somebody else here.
So as we kick off tonight and we get to talk about our products, I'm excited to introduce you guys to Stacey Kramer. She has her master's of public health from Tulane University.
Well, great. A master's of public health is going to talk about why you should join a multi-level marketing company. This is so, people need to see this.
She served on the board for their school. She's the former vice president of health and safety for a Fortune 200 mining company. And she's a certified.
And she's in an MLM scheme.
Nutritionist and fitness coach. And Stacey is an incredible woman and so well equipped to help you better understand our unique product.
We have our first woman anyway. Woohoo!
So Stacey, I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right. Thank you, Jordan. I am really excited to be here to talk about these products. And I'm excited to share with you a bit more about why bioactive precision peptides in this product line is very unique. So I know you know about peptides. They are growing in popularity and they're not quite mainstream yet, but what we do know, they're very special, and especially when they come and are found in nature, because Mother Nature is really, you know, the ultimate biochemist. Now, Big Pharma is constantly trying to create synthetic versions that, you know, of the products that are found in nature. But guess what? Our bodies like to reject what they don't recognize, right? And so that's why
You have somebody who had all these qualifications is in a video for a multi-level marketing scheme. This is being used to recruit your doctor. How terrifying is this? MLMs need to end.
the synthetic versions don't always work very well, or they come with a lot of side effects. And so until now, there really hasn't been a good way to extract peptides from nature, and certainly not a way to ensure the precision and getting them.
I'm not shitting on doctors either. Like, I mean, there's a lot of excellent doctors out there. And I know that this is probably making your skin crawl. Maybe you've seen a colleague that has fallen prey to one of these things. You know, what I'm doing here is to add humor and like sarcasm and the edge to slice through the bullshit, you know, because presenting facts, it's not enough. There's like the entertainment aspect of this that can help get the message through to other people. That's why. So, you know, when I go off on these things, like I hope you know, I hope that you know that that's what that's about, you know. And I know some people get offended, but this just sucks to be you then, I guess, eh?
Precisely where they need to be in the body until Make Wellness. So Make Wellness is actually bringing these natural bioactive peptides to market. And our labs are using AI to help determine from these millions and millions of peptides in nature, which ones will work best with our body and in what form do we need them in to have the best bioavailability and uptake in the body. So let's go to the next slide and talk a little bit about what makes these unique. So as we mentioned, these peptides are from nature. They're not synthetic. They don't need to be injected because the body recognizes them and actually allows them to get through the gut so that they get ingested and taken where.
Stacy, at what point in this presentation do you realize that advising people to recruit 5 people who recruit 5 people who recruit 5 people is just a simple multi-level marketing pyramid scheme that is modeled on every other MLM scheme too? At what point in this presentation does that land? Or do we even address this? At some point in this presentation, do you acknowledge that people should track how much money that they're spending each month versus how much they're making? Or is it just about these peptides that are in nature and we've got AI and and big pharma and synthetic and this is nature? Is it just going to be more of this nonsense, this revolutionary product that had no other avenue to come to market for demand but through a multi-level marketing company with somebody involved in it that was in new skin with a horrible track record? Documented allegations and a settlement of being a pyramid scheme? What the fuck are you doing in a company like this? Why would anybody in their right mind want to be associated with something where there's already this pyramid scheme background? This is documented. This isn't like allegedly, in my opinion. This occurred. And you think, oh no, people don't have a right to say this? Yeah, they do. Because that's what this thing is. And it's just shameful that this new, you know, there's the acai berry juice, gummy berry juice. There are the Atkins diet. There's the keto diet. There's always some new fad. And now it's peptides. Here we are. It was 2024, now 2025. This is the peptide fad, and everybody is on the peptide wagon. What is it going to be next year or the year after? It'll be something else. It always is. And you're going to see the same parade of medical professionals. Maybe these guys are going to go on to the other company when this thing inevitably collapses. And people will still be mystified saying, oh, what's this? This one, the next one is going to be called, I don't know. It'll be called whatever. And people will be like, have you heard of this company yet? And then you'll have these people, it's like, oh, he was involved in New Skin and then also Make Wellness. And now this company, and like the whole nobody mentions Modair, nobody talks about it. It's just so frustrating, you know?
Needed. And because they can be ingested, they're very convenient for people. We don't have to give ourselves injections, and they are much more affordable. So this really makes.
So why do you have a picture of a woman holding her child, a baby? You know, like it's just layers of deception.
Makes it a lot more user-friendly for the average person, and they don't come with the side effects that the synthetics often bring. So now let's take a moment here and talk a bit more on the peptide side. Next slide for me. When you look at this space,
there's the box, the mythical box. You know, in these things, the products, you can't just sell the products. The products are overpriced because like when it's that retail option, right? They make it so it's impossible not to sign up for the business. And that says a lot. If these products were so good, then just sell the products. Just sell them. Why all these unlisted hidden videos? Why all these scripts and the necessity to drip on people and to say, hey, I know that you're a medical professional. I know you probably know a lot more than me about peptides, but I have something that you might be curious about. Would you be open to watching a video if I sent it to you? If not, no big deal. Everybody's sending out the exact same scripts. Why all of that just to sell a product that's supposed to be so amazing? Why can't this company just be like, look at these products, like get some testimonials out there of people with these products, and then people are buying the products, but they're not. They're buying the products. They're being counted as a customer, but they're not. They're a distributor, and the main effort is recruiting others to sign up for the business as well. And they're trying to recruit people into this too. They want you to sign up for the business. They don't want you to buy the products. They want you to sign up for the business to then buy the products and then sell the products and then recruit people. You're not actually selling the peptides. You're selling the fake business opportunity.
On the wellness space, there's companies that have pioneered things like essential oils, antioxidants. We hadn't heard of those before the companies brought them to market, right? Well, this is a brand new
Nobody's heard of peptides before Make Wellness
category, and this is a new opportunity to bring bioactive precision peptides to the masses. And we're doing what no one else has done. We are pioneering and looking for others like you who want to pioneer with us. So we're taking these clinically proven peptides in clinical strength and
get in at the beginning of a get-rich-quick scheme. Pioneer.
We're creating products that help with sleep and energy, weight loss, longevity, brain health, and more. And the bioactive peptides are working with the body to get our systems working the way they should, or maybe the way they once did.
I think another thing to do would be like somebody that is just presenting themselves as a doctor, or they have a PhD, or they have a master's. You should actually investigate their credentials and see if it's even true. Especially now with, they're talking about AI helping to create these peptides or whatever. Well, is this even just AI slop? Does this person even exist? Is it just cobbled together? Is their degree cobbled together through something? Is it one of those diploma mills? What are their actual qualifications apart from you just tuning into a Zoom video and then somebody saying, oh, yes, I could say the same thing. Oh, I've got my PhD and also my master's. And I just know everything about potato peptides. I mean, is it real? Do people even go beyond that? Or are they just so easily manipulated that they'll just believe what anybody tells them? They're just sitting down and watching a video and they think, yeah, I've got my my thinking hat on, and this person says they're a PhD and this person says they have a master's, sign me up. What research are you doing aside from just getting like manipulated in a run-of-the-mill video? This company still wouldn't be recruiting people if these tactics weren't effective. No matter how obvious it might seem to you watching this right now, to you, dear viewer, that knows far better than other people. There are people that are also like other dear viewers of this that were caught into the scam for whatever reason. however heavy-handed this video is, it is recruiting people. It is being referenced. It's being used as a tool. And that's why we need to keep exposing this stuff.
Without tricking the body into behaving a different way like synthetics do. And this is really revolutionizing the health and wellness space. And you will want to be part of this. You're just going to want to be part of it. So I can't wait for you to hear the rest of what we have to share tonight.
Look at this.
We have partnered with labs that have been conducting these clinical trials on peptides for over a decade.
So I've made content on this. Other people have made content on this. So what I believe they're referring to, they said, so this company's been around a year. And now they're saying, and before that, Justin Prince, all these people, they were in Modere, another multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. So suddenly, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Oh, we're partnered with labs, and they've done over 10 years of research on peptides. So the average consumer would think, oh, wow, our specific peptides have over a decade of research on them, like the, copyright make wellness, TMCR, whatever the hell those little symbols are, or what they're supposed to mean or whatever. And I believe this is just, they take whatever ingredients and put it into a capsule or put it into their Kool-Aid. And they just say, well, all these other labs did these studies. So we're just going to take that and say, look, this has over 10 years of research. We didn't do any of it. We can just point to the research. That's what I think what's going on. I've talked about this before, but I don't know. Let me know if you know more about this.
And then the products, as I said, our products contain these peptides in clinical strength, and we combine them with powerful antioxidants.
Can you read that? This could just be like the what is it? The red fox jump through the hay. What is that? The lazy fox. What is that expression that you type the sentence in to test your keyboard or the typewriter, and then it uses every letter in the alphabet? It's in it, or it could just say that, or ASDF, just gobbledygook. I mean, who knows what the hell this says?
And other supporting ingredients to enhance the effectiveness and bioavailability. So I can't wait to talk to you about the product.
Where are the lab reports? Where are the references? What are the sources?
Product line, I could go on for hours. We're going to just spend a short amount of time.
But we're going to go on to these screenshot or these slides that people who aren't medical professionals that have just left doTERRA or Young Living or Modere or Rodan and Fields or Body, those ones that collapsed. And they're going to share this exact same information that the medical professional is too. How awkward would that be if you go to see your doctor and you both start trying to recruit each other? You take out your little Kool-Aid of Make Wellness, just kind of casually opening it up and putting it into your Stanley mug. I'm such a fucking asshole. Oh, this tastes really good about peptides. Have you heard about peptides? And then your doctor is like, yes, I have. Are you with Make Wellness? I'm in your downline. Can you imagine? Okay, I gotta just get on with this.
Time on each product, but please know that you can reach back to the person that invited you. We have a plethora of information that we can share on each product. So first, let's talk about our flag.
We're not going to talk about, because you're a medical professional, we're not going to get into what you're interested in, which is like science and the lab results and the data and all this. We're just going to look at these pretty pictures here of a box of Kool-Aid. This is the metabolic matrix, you guys.
Flagship product, which is my favorite, is Fit. We all know how important muscle is for health. It really communicates with all of our systems. It helps us be metabolically healthy, and it's very much a part of vitality. So Fit supports muscle preservation. It gives faster recovery and healthier aging by promoting muscle protein synthesis and reducing inflammation. It's got PeptiStrong Plus peptides, which enhance muscle repair. There's NR in there, which helps with NAD+, and we know all the benefits of that. And it also helps to inhibit myostatin, which is a protein that limits muscle growth. So all of this combination.
What MLM do you think she's going to move to next?
Gives us better performance and better recovery, but it also helps us in periods of inactivity, which makes it very important and vital.
One of the little points there, it says convenient on the stick. On the go stick pack delivery. It's so tiny. It's a convenient on the go stick pack delivery. It's a sachet of Kool-Aid. It's powdered drink mix. It's special. This one's different because I've got a master's from a university and I'm talking about Pepti-Strong right now. And this one is my favorite. It's fit. We know how it's important for your metabolic matrix and to, retain your muscle.
For our aging population as well. So this comes in a convenient stick pack. You can add it to water and it has a wonderful orange sunrise flavor. Okay, the next product, one of our core, is lean, and lean is in a pill form. Unlike our synthetic forms for weight loss, lean works with the body's own systems to
You know what participants do? They're taking all of these products because guess what? They can't live without any of them. Me and Brandy Hadfield did a reaction to some Arbonne participants where they felt, one was describing that the fear was that they're going to get cancer if they don't take all of the Arbonne products that they can afford. That's their belief. And that's what happens when you're in a cult. It's all or nothing. It's black and white. And there's this real belief that you're going to die unless you buy these products. And you see the same fervor with Make Wellness. These participants, they have all their pills. I've got lean, I've got fit, I've got calm, I've got energize, I've got like going to bed, and they can't live without it. And then they mix and they match and they're giving it to their kids. And it's just ludicrous. Humans have somehow managed to survive up to this point. But no, thank goodness we've got Make Wellness, where you can't go a day without a pill or this powder that you put on your tongue or you mix in with some water. And it's just amazing. It's completely changed your life. And people look at you like you have another head. What are you doing? You're bringing all your shit with you when we go to the restaurant. I got to take this 25 minutes before I eat and it's going to blast my belly fat. Like, you need to stop. You're in an MLM.
To help with healthy, balanced weight loss. So in the clinical trials, 100% of the weight loss came from visceral fat, and 65% of that was from the trunk area, which we know is the place that's hard to lose it. And
this is a big thing with these weight loss things. It's like perennial. You want to lose weight from your belly fat, your abdomen. We want it to be lean. Just look around at advertisements. It just cuts off the head of people and it just focuses on their abdomen. It's always irritated me. It's like reduces people to just their body parts. And then there's this unhealthy fixation on what your belly looks like, what your abdomen looks like. And Make Wellness is not unique in this. This happens with so many other companies, not even just MLM, but it's notorious in MLMs. Modair did the same thing. Marketplace Global that sells matured hops extract, same thing. You're losing visceral fat. We've cracked the code. Not Make Wellness. No. We've got matured hops extract. This one, when you take the drops or you put it in the water, you can even drink it with your beer. Hops on hops action. It burns your visceral fat. This is the solution. So this peptides is the new fad, and also the visceral fat that's being burned primarily from your trunk area, because everybody wants a skinny waist and defined abs by taking a lot of pills and drinking a lot of Kool-Aid. You'll see people that are actual, like they've done a lot of working out. They might be bodybuilders. They might be an athlete. And then they attribute all of their success to taking these pills when they haven't. Or they've come from another company. I mean, I covered this. It was who was that guy from Body? When Body changed, they're not going to be, it's going affiliate or whatever. And then he comes over. He uses the same pictures that he used for Beachbody. He was like, before, here I had this big belly. It's like, it's so gross. Look at my belly. My body's just so disgusting because I actually have a fucking belly. So stupid. And then now look at how ripped I am. He uses the same pictures that he used when he was in Beachbody as a testimonial for Make Wellness. And he says, I'm a dad. I've got all these kids and I'm so busy. Doesn't say I actually am already, put all this effort in and change my lifestyle and have a new exercise routine and all this stuff. No, he misleads consumers by saying, look at me. And he stands out there with his belly pushed out. Like anybody can do this, right? And then says, look at, then I took all these Make Wellness supplements and I can't even believe it. I'm stronger. I'm lifting heavier weights than I've ever lifted in my entire life. Just from drinking some of this Kool-Aid for a week. I'm 75% stronger than I was before. It's like, oh my God, you sound like a fucking idiot. And we all know it. And I just want to see all of you get out. This is going to be a long video.
Real key thing here is that it was all while preserving muscle. It balances our ghrelin and leptin hormones. It helps fire up our metabolism so that we get the healthy, sustainable weight loss. And because it's working to correct our body's systems to burn and utilize fat appropriately, there's no rebound effect when you go off of it. So unlike synthetics where, you get a lot of rebound weight. And here's a pro tip for you. You can combine fit and lean. They work marvelously together because you're swapping fat and adding lean muscle and just get that overall metabolic fitness.
Our products actually work better when you take them all together all the time, every day. You're going to get even better results. Isn't that amazing?
Now, the next product I want to talk about is Hydrated. And we know hydration is one of the pillars of health. And while this doesn't have peptides, it's a powerful support product because it helps the body.
This I have right now is something that's an extremely toxic product. Everybody is going to eventually come into contact with it, but it's also extremely hydrating. You're kind of taking your life into your own hands when you imbibe it. This is dihydrogen oxide. It's flavorless and it's odorless. It goes down smoothly. It's readily available. I do recommend it.
Cells be hydrated when the peptides get there. So it contains solar sea sport. This comes from the Great Salt Lake. Unlike other products, we don't dehydrate it with additives. It's actually naturally dehydrated by the sun, which gives it a higher mineral content as well. And then coconut water powder and glycine mimic plasma. So the body sees it and thinks it's something natural.
Where do you think this is going on right now? I'd like to see the video evidence of this. What person is dehydrating something? Is it on like the sandy, I picture like a desert and the sun is always shining. It's somewhere south and there's all these little crystals and you got like a farmer and they've got a hat on, and they got a pole too. Maybe they've got some like farm animals around them. And they're looking and they're like, yeah, this is harvested. And then they somehow collect, they scrape this, they rake it across the dirt. Maybe there's some kind of robotic farm equipment and it's sifting it out, all the dirt. So you only have the crystals that are perfectly dehydrated. Where is this taking place? Where are these fields of these things being dehydrated by the sun? Are these dehydrated crystals being sold to other companies all around the world too? What the fuck is going on here?
And it takes it right up into the cells to get hydrated. So Hydrated is going to be very helpful with our products as well. The next one to talk about here is a peptide product. This is Focused. This takes your brain from chaos to organized in minutes.
This is the one where people are saying they've gone off their ADHD medication and they encourage others to do it too. I've filed reports about this too. And guess what's happened when I've done that? Nothing has happened. Nothing ever happens. It's almost like scams, multi-level marketing schemes meant, deceiving the public, defrauding the public are endorsed. Speaking out against them is actually the problem. You're actually hurting people by pointing out that this is nonsense. That's what it feels like.
And I take it every morning. You can also take it before intense or tedious work, but this is going to clear the fog and help you own the day. So I love the Cognitive Focus Power Blend here. It's got ginkgo peptides and a variety of other products that help fight brain fatigue, boost focus, and they also help with reducing the stress on the eyes from blue light. It helps reduce oxidative stress and even can help sharpen focus and long-term memory. And then the next product is our Energized. This is powered by ginseng peptides. This is a powder pack, again, a powder stick. It's colored blue by spirulina.
Kool-Aid.
Remember, no artificial ingredients or additives, so it's nice and natural. And unlike other energy drinks, it doesn't give a bunch of synthetic ingredients or sugars. The caffeine doesn't hit your system all at once like others, so there's no jittery, no crashes, and it just gives you kind of a sustained long-term energy. It's also working at the cellular level on your own energy production, which is our ATP system, and balancing neurotransmitters. And also helps with serotonin and dopamine. So we really love that mood and stamina effect that it has. And Calm is our last product. This again is a potent support product. It's designed to reduce stress. It helps you get to sleep faster, helps you have less wake-ups during the night. It also balances cortisol, which we know is good for long-term health, and it also helps with weight loss. I love this one. Stick it on my tongue 20 minutes or so before bed, or you can do it during times of stress during the day. It's like putting on a warm blanket.
Stop! I'm stressed.
And then all the tabs in our brain get closed, and we just kind of get relaxed and feeling good. So those are our products, and I want to make sure that I do.
On 8 had a say no list. We will never use, and look at this, same thing, the never list. Every MLM,
Note too, we do have a never list. So there are a lot of ingredients that we will never use in our products because they're not clean. They're not what we want in our bodies. And so you can find our never list, check that out. We also have high quality testing of our labs and certify our labs to make sure that they're meeting these high quality standards.
I bet you do.
Also have a few before and afters here.
Look
Obviously.
at this. So here, you can't even make this shit up. So look at this, client testimonials. I've made content with some of these testimonials, and this one is just so brutal. Look at this person. It's like the middle person, as if it's like, that's all it did. All I did was I took peptides, and now look at how my physique has changed. We've talked about this. Everybody knows that it's not because of these peptides. And it's deliberately fooling consumers thinking this can happen for me too in only a month. And these are just random people. There's no names. It's just pictures of people. I mean, the person on the left, I mean, this isn't even impressive. Look at this. So what? Day 1, day 21. Says who? I mean, this could be day 1, day 71. I mean, for medical professionals, what kind of medical professionals are going to think that this is really good? And I know anybody can get recruited into this, but because these are scams, these are cults, you get sucked in, and then you think, how did I not see it? So I'm just hoping to break this down, show how preposterous this is, to hopefully snap people out of the spell these things can cast.
Some of our products,
how stupid.
You can see the before and afters in pictures. Others are testimonials. We do have a group we can add you to where you can see a lot of these testimonials and see.
I was in a group and then they kicked me out.
See so much more of the amazing results in the few short months.
Look at this. So, just like nothing. It's just pictures of people. No date, no name, no idea if these were taken also, if these participants were in Beachbody and are now misleading people. Like it's just client testimonies. Here's 2 pictures of someone. Is that all it takes? Is this maybe why your patients are skeptical about what you're, prescribing to them? Maybe they don't trust you anymore because they need a little bit more evidence than this. Maybe that could be playing a part of the distrust.
So now I am excited to turn it over to my good friend Denise, and she has a...
Oh yeah, we got a molecular cytogenesis now. also has no clue about multi-level marketing schemes.
A fascinating background as a molecular cytogeneticist. She did research testing and bringing tests to market for things like leukemia and breast cancer.
Wow, yeah, cancer. Let's drop the cancer, get the fear of cancer. I'm a molecular cytogeneticist. And this other guy knew a cardiovascular thoracic surgeon, and they went to Starbucks for 30 minutes and it totally changed his life. And I want to introduce you to this incredible opportunity. Cancer. Look at all these pictures of people that were just like had bellies sticking out, and now they got defined abs in like, and we don't even know the time period. It's just incredible. And it's a stick pack. It's a delivery pack system, stick on the go. You can put it on your tongue if you get stressed out 20 minutes before you go to bed. This one is my favorite. And the hydrated one, it's sun dried on the fields of somewhere. And because it's not big pharma. It's not synthetic. This is AI peptides, but it's natural.
She also did researching on how the body functions through DNA, which you can imagine when she heard, hey, these peptides unlock the DNA, that this was right up her alley. So Denise, talk to
Did you think to research what an endless chain recruitment scam is?
us a little bit about why you're so excited about these products and what made you say yes to Make Wellness.
Sorry about that.
Well, I said yes because all my, reputation and all my years of hard work, I decided just to throw out the window because I wanted to join this multi-level marketing company. I not only love the products, I'm a customer too. I wonder if any of these people also have downlines, or if they're employed by like corporate, and if they're employed by corporate and they also are given downlines, because that happens in MLMs. That was another thing nobody knew that these bridge contracts existed a few years ago, until that's become common knowledge now. Now, with people speaking out about these scams, now that's common. It's more commonly known. It's that these bridge contracts exist. But another thing that a lot of people don't know are that the people that own these companies, they will also have downlines. They're double dipping. Corporate people will have downlines. So they're getting a wage, they're getting a salary, and then they're also getting they're in the pyramid scheme part. So I'd like to know where these people fit into this,
I had to unmute. Hi, I'm Denise Hammond. I'm married for 28 years to my best friend, and we have 3 kids.
Get out of this thing.
Yeah, when I worked in molecular genetics, I had the opportunity to help patients discover really the root cause of what was going on in their illness. And, finding that result, it was always exciting, but it was sometimes really emotional because we were
cancer, fear, cancer. We figured out the root cause, and I'm going to be introducing this into this presentation that has nothing to do with my fucking background, and using the fear of cancer to try to recruit people into this MLM scheme. Give me a break. Shame on you. This is just disgusting. The lengths that these companies will go to influence people, they just have no floor. When you think they can't get any lower, they will always surprise you. And now here we've got a parade of medical professionals with all these phrases I've never heard of, and probably the average person doesn't have a clue either. But you sure do resonate with the word cancer and thinking that, oh, peptides are going to cure cancer, because that's the natural connection. All of this display is on purpose. It's meant to mislead people, to draw these conclusions without them having to say it. This is deplorable. Oh my God.
Giving them maybe an outcome that they weren't really excited about. And even when it was difficult like that, we were still giving them a path forward. We could make a targeted treatment plan for them so that we could maybe work on that cancer, or know the treatment if it was a breast cancer, or if it was a child.
Well done. Did you prescribe them peptides? Do you wish you could go back in time and recruit all your patients to join Make Wellness? Great. Good job. Definitely do that. Wow. You can see why I get so jacked up about this, come on.
That had a genetic disorder, that we could come up with a treatment. So there was hope in that. And I feel like with Make Wellness, I still have that same goal, is to help people to be a problem solver for people, to help them find a path forward. So I know we all want to regain our health, I'm aging, we're all aging, and we're finding that it's slipping a little bit. And through Make Wellness, we can offer a science-based way, a science-based solution. And I think that it's so rewarding because we can.
But you certainly can't offer a mathematically based solution, can you? Jesus Christ. The emotional manipulation going on, I think this is just, these people that have these credentials, and to have worked with people that had cancer diagnoses and genetic disorders, and now you're using that as part of your story to say, well, I feel the same thing with Make Wellness. We can offer hope. I'm really on a noble mission. I'm going to save people's lives with Make Wellness. This company that didn't even exist last year. Unbelievable where they cobble people together from. You can't live this long and not know what a multi-level marketing scheme is. I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. I think some of these people, they know exactly what they're doing and they don't give a fuck. That's what I think. I could be wrong.
See, when we hear people saying, I'm feeling better, I'm waking up with energy, I'm moving better, I'm able to get out of bed for the day because all of the tabs in my brain are finally focused on.
You understand that we're not computers, right? Like, that's just a metaphor. It's kind of suspicious when you're using the same language that Stacy, the masters from Tulane University or whatever, is saying. You close all the tabs in your brain. We're not a computer. I think that you should describe it more effectively, more accurately. This is so bad. I don't know. I can't even handle how bad this is.
On what I need to do. I'm not constantly overwhelmed. That is so rewarding to me.
Oh yeah, and I wanted to say, keep in mind, this company, they didn't launch their products until last year. So all of these people that are so credentialed, doctors and cytogenesis, molecular genetic disorder, cancer, and all this, you're willing to just be like, yeah, this hasn't even been around for just a year, and the testimonials coming in are just blowing my mind. Really? That's it. That's all it takes. You found it and it's like bingo, bango, bucko. Yeah, these products are completely work. Yeah, I'm completely behind the peptides. Yeah, I'm on board with this. Another fad, another trend. And this is over a year. I don't even know how long ago this video was made. So they're probably endorsing these products before the company was even around for a full year. Man.
Knowing that these peptides are helping people feel like themselves again, feel like we did when we were younger, when we were firing on all the cylinders, that's really rewarding to me.
From people that are brainwashed from one MLM scheme into another, that's your data. Just people all over the internet are saying they feel really incredible. Ask any of us who have been in an MLM, and we would say we would have been a lifer, that these products completely changed our lives until a few years later, where we're like, how the hell? And now this is being repeated in here. Just all these people. And I just can't. The cancer card is it's ruthless. But, it's important for people to see that this kind of deception will happen from people that look like they're very kind, they're very knowledgeable, they're very empathetic and compassionate. And this is what a predator is, in my opinion. This is another face. People like to think they've got to be really aggressive, like Danielle G, yelling at you with his dead eyes. He's just he's showing his teeth all the time and slamming and yelling. And then everybody's like, oh, wow, this is amazing training. And he doesn't say anything. People think of it like that. But it also, in these MLM scams, they wear many faces. And this is one of them. It's harder to identify because it preys on our natural affinity for others. We think, well, it couldn't be that person. You want to make an excuse for them. Well, maybe they're really kind. They've really helped a lot of people. We'll make all these excuses for someone that is manipulating us because we are too afraid to face the reality that they might know exactly what the fuck they're doing and they don't care. It's uncomfortable. People need to realize that this is going on. There are people that are involved in these things and they know exactly what they're doing and they choose to do it over and over and over again. From MLM to MLM to MLM.
It's Stacy said it probably best, giving their vitality back, finding that fire within that maybe some of us have lost. And if we can do that for our patients, that's incredible. So I have always kind of felt called to help people, even through my job in genetics to volunteering outside of work. I used to run a school library so the kids could check out books. I've been that mom that was volunteered at sleepover camp, even when I didn't get a bit of sleep. And I've always felt like I wanted opportunities to help people. And with Make Wellness, I see an opportunity to help even more people, that instead of just one-on-one, like I saw with my patients in the lab and doing consultations with their treatment plans, we can help even more people with Make Wellness because we can share this opportunity of bioactive precision peptides. And I think they're great. I'm super excited for y'all to learn more about it. Jordan, are you gonna go over some more information for us?
Yes, I am. And let me fix this just real quick. There we go. Somebody was drawing on my screen.
Oh my God, she's got that book from Justin Prince. It says, "Be the One." What a bonus.
All right, there we go. Can you hear me okay? All right. So first of all, guys, what's really cool for me is to just be around such incredibly intelligent human beings like Denise and Stacy. And you guys can see how articulate and just incredible science behind these products. What I want to do over these next few minutes is tell you what this looks like from a business perspective. How can you as a medical professional incorporate this into your practice? What might that look like? So real simple, we have a make success system. It's a simple code sharing model.
You recruit people who recruit people who recruit people and so on in an infinite supply. The choice is yours. How far you want to go. We have a simple, duplicatable system.
Step-by-step proven systems, all app-based. You have the opportunity to earn between 10 and 40% in recurring commissions. All of the customers that would be purchasing these products would be your customers. So each time they buy, you get those recurring commissions. Commissions are paid on.
Where does the rest of the portion of those commissions go? Because that's inaccurate to say that it's just your customers. It's not. They're part of the pyramid scheme. If you're getting 10%, where does the 90% go? You're neglecting to point that that's going all the way up the different levels. You need to be giving people full disclosure before you start recruiting your patients into this thing.
On a daily basis, and we have a leadership community as well to help support your goals. Our compensation plan is pretty simple. You can earn up to 40% commissions on all personal orders, meaning anything that you would buy for personal consumption, anything that you would buy for your office, anything that you want to showcase.
Leadership in Make Wellness involves a lot of young women who are so easily triggered. There was this one business presentation. She lost her fucking shit. So she's probably going to lose her shit again. So I made fun of her because she's like jumps on this chair and it like makes a squeaky noise because they're acting like they're so authoritative. They have this medical authority and they've got all this research and they're all businessy, and then it's like it squeaks and she's like, "Oh, I like my chair squeaks," right? So I'm like pointing it out. I'm like, this is so unfucking professional, right? She fucking lost her shit, made all these stories on Instagram. People were messaging me about this. They're like, she wants you to call her. I'm like, and somebody had even asked me, I'm like, I truly don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you're offended. I want to see you get out. And I'm going to use whatever kind of tools I can to potentially reach you and strike a nerve. And I know I did. So people were asking me like, well, you should reach out. I'm like, you don't understand. I actually don't give a fuck.
You earn a commission on what you buy. You get a commission on your referred affiliate orders as well as customer orders. You can also earn an override on the sales of your team, meaning that if you were to introduce this to other practitioners, others in your network, you can also earn an override on the sales of their teams.
You're recruiting them into a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. That's what you're doing. The override. This is the language. Fellow practitioners. That's what's going on here. There's going to be a lot of people who get out of this. They're going to be humiliated that they got sucked into this. You know, the best way through this, I swear to God, is humor.
And you can earn up to $100,000 monthly in team bonuses.
Well, there's an income claim that you shouldn't be making, you naughty person. You can earn up to $100,000. You're leading with that, dazzling them. Holy shit, 100,000! I can earn it. Why don't you lead with what the typical participant can make? Because you can't. Because this is a scam.
My encouragement would be for you to consider what we call our launch pack. I think that the launch pack is the best way to get started in this business. It's certainly
You think it's the most expensive one?
not the only way, but the launch pack is really valued at $900. You can see here, you get an unboxing experience. You get access to all 6 of the products that Stacy just went over. You get a branded glass water bottle. You get to earn points towards an award trip. You can have the opportunity to earn a $500 shopping spree as well as $100 towards our next training event.
You as a medical professional are going to pull up to the Make Wellness event. They're going to send you an email on or a reference on their blog about what you should wear. They have their little themes that they like, cowboys with sequins and tanned women with blonde hair and fringe. And you can go on the boards and get inspired. And then you can purchase some products from Temu or Shein. And then you can show up at the event, you as your medical professional. Be there with all these other people from other multi-level marketing companies that went on to Pinterest boards and ordered their special costumes because they really want to be a part of something. It's just this sad, sad community. Oh my God. We're almost through this.
You can see this is what we call our launch pack, and I think it's a great way to be exposed to all of our products.
And now this is like, can you just imagine? I have friends who are doctors. I have friends who tried to warn me I was in a pyramid scheme. And I was in a pyramid scheme. Now, having the opportunity to earn a gift card isn't the flex that you think it is for your target market. That's all I'm saying.
If you have some success in the beginning of
Many people see right through this shit.
your business, we created what we call our Make moments. So if you were to sell $2,000 in your first full month with Make, in addition to earning more than $500 in commissions, you also earn a $500 gift card, and you get to
Can you imagine your doctor really excited you get a $500 gift card to Disney? Oh, man. I go through moments of like hopelessness, but then also like hope. Thinking, well, you know, these things are falling apart. They can't hide from the scrutiny. They like the attention, even though it's negative. And at the same time, they can't address it because they know it's just adding fuel to the fire. So they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
choose from Disney and Nike, Apple, Lululemon, Ticketmaster, Tiffany and Company. And this is just really a cool way to create some fun and some momentum as you begin your business. We do have a founder's bonus that is time sensitive, and this is something that's really important to understand. So we launched this company on October 28th, and really for about the first 6 months of the company, we said that anybody that joins us, we are going to consider a founder. And I think founder is a really important title. I think being at the genesis of Make Wellness is really special. And so to say thank you for being a founder, we have created an additional bonus that is up to $103,000.
I wonder how many people earned that $103,000 bonus, but before
that you can earn over the next calendar year. The opportunity to become a founder does close at the end of March. So on March 31st, we're closing the window to be a founder, and then everybody can continue to join as affiliates or customers, but that founder's window will close. So if this is...
Listen, I want all of you to get out of this thing, okay? Somebody needs to be in your life telling you without glaze that this is just a scam, and I'm that person for you right now. You need to have somebody that's going to be speaking bluntly, because people are tiptoeing around. They don't want to hurt your feelings. They're embarrassed for you. There's all this other stuff. I'm fulfilling that role for you, and you're welcome. And if you ever do want to speak out, find me on Instagram. I'm happy to share your story. Just saying.
Something that excites you, something that sparks your curiosity and you want to learn more, I would encourage you to do so and become an additional founder of Make Wellness. We also have a mentorship group. Maybe you're a practitioner and you're like, hey, I don't know how I would do this on social media. I'm not sure how I would incorporate this into my practice. I'm not really sure what to say or what not to say. I'm not sure how to share products or what this looks like. My friends, we have individuals that have been doing this.
This is one of the phrases that you can tell somebody's in Make Wellness. They all say my friends, because they all copy Justin Prince. He says that to my friends. It's so creepy. It's not relatable. It's supposed to be this like kind of forced connection, you know, and it's not. Like, I say my friend every once in a while. I mean, you can say that, but it's when it's all the time. I mean, my friends. Nobody's your friend here. You don't even know these people. This is a recorded thing. It's so obvious what you're trying to do, that you're trying to seem like this regular folksy, you can trust me, we're pals, you know, my friends. It's almost like it's almost like church or something. It's just weird, you know, and it doesn't sit right. And this is one of the other things that might not sit right with you too.
For a long time that want to help you succeed. And so we are creating a mentorship group that starts April 1st. And
it wasn't a joke. It wasn't April Fool's Day. It really happened.
That group that actually is helping us to facilitate this mentorship, which will be done in the Facebook group, has 249 years of combined experience. So you really will be learning from
all these women that were in Modere followed Justin Prince over to this thing, and they're all creating all these Canva templates and in boards and getting so angry when people are exposing it. And they all are like having the Pinterest boards, and they all look the exact same in beige and nice colors. And look at how happy we are on the beach and pastel. And here are the scripts, and this is what you post on social media. Oh, you can't even imagine a worse hell to wake up to. Welcome to Make Wellness.
Best of the best to help you get set up for success. And that group starts April 1st. So why this team? Why this organization? In addition to that training, we provide ongoing social media trainings.
What women?
Pretty done for you content library. We have a training.
It's pretty done for you. It's pretty and it's done for you. Isn't that just weird? We have team retreats. Can you imagine? Just imagine your doctor going to a team retreat with this lot. They're all giggling. They're all wearing matching cow costumes, banging with spoons and stuff in the kitchen, walking around with their warty feet on the kitchen island of the Airbnb rental. Oh, we got to do another take of this. They're all wearing their cow pajamas, and you as a medical professional are like, oh shit, I've made a grievous error.
Vault, team retreats, community events, step-by-step success systems. We have weekly team calls with industry leaders. There is no shortage of materials and training to help you succeed in this business. And then who doesn't like to vacation?
Not people that are like further up, you know, the income scale, they don't need to go on vacation and to win a vacation with Make Wellness. This is when I think, you know, it's like they're like medical professionals. Maybe they're trying to like target a nurse or, you know, or somebody that, you know, but, and nurses can make a lot of money too. But this is where you kind of see they have this idea, we're going to target like the big wigs, you know, and then they think they're going to lure them with all these, you know, it's like cheap rhinestones and they're calling it this incredible diamond. And it's like, nah, I don't, this isn't where I want to go. A 5-star resort in Cancun. People might like to go fucking kayaking in the Yukon, get away, not have to, you know, sit there and fucking mingle and go to like an all-inclusive resort. There's a time and a place for that. That can be totally fine. That can be great, you know, but there's a lot of other people that have a lot of different interests that want to see a bit more of the world, and they can afford to enriching life experiences instead of some fucking thing like this. And then keep in mind, you'd be accompanying all these people from Make Wellness that would be shooting all these videos, probably buying matching pajamas. And they'd be trying to get a picture of you because you're a doctor. Our company has a doctor. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm here in Cancun, and all the haters said that I wouldn't be here. But these bioactive precision peptides, fuck you. They've made me like reduce my belly fat and my inflammation. And I've also earned this vacation for 3 days here in Cancun at a 5-star resort. Oh, look over my shoulder. Here's a world-renowned molecular cytogenicist cardiothoracic surgeon. Did your MLM do that? I didn't think so. Screw you haters.
Who doesn't like to earn free trips? I say the only thing better than travel is free travel. You know what I'm saying? And so every 6 months, one of the cool things that I love about Make is that every 6 months, we actually have a reward trip that people have the opportunity.
Every 6 months, you have a reward trip. Although, when was this video made? Before they were even around for 6 months? October the 28th. So that was when they launched. Excuse me. So he's speaking like this company has been around, though, you know, if they launched the products October the 28th, and he's saying that this founders thing closed on March 31st. If you think November, December, January, February, March, that's 5 months. Oh, every 6 months we do it. Well, maybe. I mean, you've only been around a year. Everything just reeks of scam.
To earn. So as soon as you start your business,
we know what this reeks like. The old Avon bottles that my mom used to collect, picking them up at garage sales, and there's still some old perfume in there from decades ago. And you can, if you dare to smell them, it'll make your hair curl. It'll make something feel like dropping inside of you in an unpleasant way. Like you have to go to the bathroom, but something goes up. Something is like releasing and also sucking up at the same time. That kind of smell. It's like, did I just do something bad to my body? That's what this presentation reminds me of.
Business, you can begin earning
a visceral reaction, if you will.
Earning the points necessary to earn a free vacation with us. And the upcoming vacation is going to be in Cancun, Mexico, November 5th through the 8th. And we all have the opportunity to earn that trip. So I hope not that you just join us in this incredible business, but that you join me in those beach chairs in Cancun, Mexico. So how do you get started? You get in touch with the person who invited you to this call. They'll get you a link. It's very self-explanatory. In fact, we launched a beautiful brand new website just this week. If you want to become a customer and convert to an affiliate, there's an option for that as well. But I'd encourage you to get back with the person that invited you. So as we close tonight's call, man, I'm so excited to introduce you guys to our last speaker. Dr. Sarah Outlaw lives in Iowa. She's an incredible human being, very knowledgeable. But in addition to her very successful practice, she's also very good at communicating what these products can be and helping others to see success in this business. So I'm excited for you guys now to have the opportunity to hear from Dr. Sarah. I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Jordan. I am so grateful to have the opportunity to speak to you all tonight as a clinician And I know a lot of you on this call tonight are here because it is a clinician's opportunity call. And this was a no-brainer for me as a holistic doctor. I'm a board certified doctor of holistic health. I do have a hands-on practice. So I'm with patients every single day. And I was looking for something in the peptide space to be able to offer to my patients. I had an injury.
Moreover, I wanted to recruit people who could recruit people who could recruit people. That's what I was really looking for.
That tried to take me out, and I was doing some BP 157, and I liked that side of the peptide world. It was oral, not injectable. So I said, maybe it would be kind of cool to introduce peptides into my practice. But when I did a poll, a survey of my patients, they said, no way, Jose, we're not doing any injectables. We're not doing that. But they knew that side of it was going to be beneficial. And then I had the other half of, the other side of my patient base basically saying, some of us do this. Some of us do this.
Are you recruiting your patients into Make Wellness?
Glutide injection. Some of us are doing that. And so as I'm getting to know my patient base, I'm realizing that they wanted something different. And then I saw a post by my practitioner colleague, Ashley, and it talked about Make Wellness plant peptides on August 4th.
Does Ashley have a last name?
Of last year. And I clicked on that link before you could say click and signed up right away without knowing anything about it, because it just was.
Without doing any research at all. Because what? Because you were manipulated, because you got sucked in, because you saw an opportunity. That's not doing research. How in the hell does anybody that is like a clinician or a medical professional think that, oh, I'm just going to act now and I'm not going to do any research? The whole point is being the green personality, being the science person, looking at all the ingredients, looking at all the studies. But no. What I do is I just saw it and I just clicked on it. I just clicked on it so fast and then I just signed up right away. Okay.
That kind of heart hit that you get sometimes when you know it's the right thing to do. And I immediately.
What happens when that heart hit is wrong? What happens if somebody has an addiction and they have a heart hit to go like fuel that addiction? They shouldn't have listened to that heart hit. How do you distinguish between a heart hit and just like a lack of impulse control? Oh, it's not. This is just, isn't this weird?
Dove in and started learning about it and got all the information. So it was really a no-brainer for me. And there was 3 reasons why. It's because
it's a no-brainer because you had no brain when you made this decision.
Targeted natural solutions without needles.
In my opinion.
As a functional medicine doctor, I wanted effective, non-invasive alternatives to the synthetic peptides. Not that there's anything wrong with those, but I wanted something different. I'm an herbalist. I like things natural. I've been in the wellness space for over 20 years. I wanted something that was aligned.
How many MLM schemes have you been part of? Are you on the corporate side, or are you were you given a downline? Were you given any kind of incentive?
With me.
How many patients have you recruited that have signed up for the business opportunity? Do you think that's ethical?
As a holistic wellness practitioner, I wanted something that was clinically backed.
Do you think that your patients viewing a video like this will deem your behavior ethical? Do you think just your community and people at large viewing all of these medical professionals wanting to recruit, potentially recruiting their staff and their patients, do you think the world at large will view your behavior as ethical, knowing what we all know about multi-level marketing schemes? What do you think consumers at large think of your behavior?
And results driven. And I also wanted something that was going to be seamlessly integrated into my practice. And the cool thing about the plant peptides that we're using with Make Wellness is that no matter what modality you practice, whether you're a medical doctor, you're a functional medicine practitioner, a chiropractor, naturopathic doctor, or in the holistic wellness space as a health coach or whatever you are, they do seamlessly integrate. I have dozens and dozens of patients on the peptides, and they're doing amazing. We're seeing amazing results. I'm keeping very detailed clinical records of what we're seeing.
Well, why are you keeping detailed clinical records? You didn't think to make any kind of detailed clinical research before you just had that heart hit and you did it. To me, that makes me very skeptical of anything that any advice that you would be giving. So now you're keeping now you're starting to talk about your patient's private medical information. You're kind of dancing pretty close to that edge of disclosing shit that you shouldn't be disclosing. So you're keeping all this detailed notes. Are you going to use that to recruit other people into it? Are you going to give that information somewhere else? What the fuck is going on here? This is alarming to me. If I was going to you and I found out you are prescribing me Make Wellness, a multi-level marketing schemes products that you have you're financially benefiting from it, and there's the potential for you to recruit others too, you're out of your goddamn mind. I would be out of there so fast it'd make your head spin. Oh my God, this is so disgusting.
Seeing of all the patients that we have them on. And even as an affiliate model, so in my practice, and you might have this as well if you're a nutritionist or whatever, you might stock products in your practice. So a lot of people say, well, if I stock products and this is an affiliate model, how do I do that? It's actually really simple. There's that know and trust factor that you have as their practitioner. So when you say, hey, I have this amazing product and all you have to do is I'll give you this link and you can order it, it has been no issue at all. My phone was blowing up today with so-and-so placed an order, so-and-so placed an order, and they're all my patients. So I'm seeing.
I bet it was really easy because they trust you. Absolutely disgusting.
All these orders come in and they're
shame on you.
Loving it. Amazing feedback, amazing seamless integration. And I couldn't be happier. I think that of all
absolutely repulsive.
The product lines that I do use in my practice as a functional medicine practitioner, I can very, very confidently say this is the one that I have been the most excited about. And the one that
is it the one that you're most excited about because the ease that people are just signing up, and then maybe also for the business opportunity too, because you're prescribing it to them. That the relationship that you have with your patients and it's being used to manipulate them to buy products from an MLM scheme. Way to go. Real professional.
We have gotten the most incredible results with. So super appreciative of this company. The leadership is amazing. Anytime I have a clinical question at all I have to do is ask. The science guys are amazing. I lovingly call them the.
Who are the science guys? Is it Alan, who doesn't have a PhD and was trying to fob off like he did? The science guys. That's really professional. What kind of doctor are you?
Science guys, the Mark and Alan and all of them, but they have been so gracious with all of my millions of questions in their support. So if you are a practitioner out there and you are on.
So Mark and Alan, you just ask one of those two. Okay. I see now.
The fence about it. Don't be like me and you leap first and look later.
Exactly. Don't do any research. Just leap first. Just take action, because we want to subvert your critical thinking. We don't want you to make an informed decision. Just sign up right now, and preferably sign up with me. Don't take time to make a decision. That's actually sabotaging your business. Don't do any research. Just jump in blind. That's the best way to make an informed decision as a medical professional. The same way you run your practice. That's exactly what you do, right? You don't take anybody's information and track it or look at any research. You feel a heart hit and you're like, oh, I'm just going to prescribe this for you because I just feel like this is the right one to do.
Kind of a thing, and take that leap of faith. So you will definitely won't regret it. So thank you so much for the time that you allowed me to speak to you. I really appreciate it.
Yes, and with that, thank you so much for joining us tonight, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's presentation, and thank you to all the speakers. Get back with the person that invited you, and we hope to see you as a part of the Make family. Good night, everyone.
Well, you know what to do. Wherever you live, you have access to this original video. You can download it, copy the link, Google download YouTube videos. There's a number of sites that allow you to do that, and download it to an external hard drive so it's not going to monkey around with your computer. And then you could send this to the FTC, the SEC, one of your elected officials, send it to your senator if you live in the state. Say, like, look at that. This is absurd. This is going on here. These medical professionals they've lost their minds. You need to do something. You need to enact legislation. You need to enforce legislation so this doesn't happen. Same thing in Canada. We can do the same thing. This is what's going on here. It's unacceptable. They're recruiting medical professionals to recruit other people into MLM schemes. It's so brutal. If you've been involved in an MLM, look, so many of us know and so many of us come out and we start speaking out and then helping others exit. It's a lot, and it can be really embarrassing, and it's really damaging to a lot of people. But it's more common than you think. It's quite shocking how common it is, and I would like to reverse that trend of how common it is. If you are somebody who has a doctor who is trying to recruit you into a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, get away. This is unethical. They should not be doing this. Their senses are clouded. They're unable to think clearly. They're being manipulated, and now they're manipulating others. I wouldn't trust them. I mean, it's really dangerous, and it's unfortunate that already, you know, if you're having a difficult time finding a doctor and then getting like the right relationship, and now you've got to navigate this kind of nonsense. You're not even protected by going to some kind of doctor or seeking out alternative therapy, if that's the avenue that you want to pursue. Maybe you don't want to go, like, you know, you want to try something different. You also have to be aware of this. It doesn't matter who you are, where you live, MLMs will sink their teeth into you. So just be on guard. If somebody's going to prescribe something to you, well, just buy this link. Why do I have to buy this? Do a search. Go look up on Google. Is this a multi-level marketing scheme? Who are these people? Who are these people? Do I want to take medical advice from somebody that calls themselves a doctor and they didn't do any research? They just had a heart hit? No, thanks. I'm more concerned about my health than just putting it in the hands of somebody who can't even do a simple Google search before they make any kind of big decision. No, thanks. I don't want you anywhere near me or my family. That's what I think anyway. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.